come here,
racist. Oh my God. It is episode
24
of the Keep On Trucking podcast. Yeah. No. It is episode 23, I hope. Or 24. Dude, I fell down again. I've been here almost 2 weeks, and not even 2 weeks yet, and I already fell down twice. Dude. I was. Alright, okay. Here's the thing. I overheard a lady asking a guy for directions, and the guy didn't know how to get to where she wanted to go. So I was like, I was like, oh yeah, because she wasn't. I don't know if she was Mexican. She spoke Spanish. I was like, oh yeah, señora. I was like, ¿a dónde quiere ir? And she was like, I'm trying to get to the 7, blah, blah, blah. And then I knew how to get there. I was like, I'm from here. I've been here a week and a half, lady. And so I told her, I was like, what you want to do is you want to go straight under that bridge, make a right, and then go up those stairs. And that's the subway you want. And she was like, gracias. And I was like, you know what motherfucking time it is? And we and we shook hands. And she was like, aight. And then she took off. And then I went down to my subway, because my subway platform was underground where the Ninja Turtles reside. And I went down there, and then my subway was under construction. And I was like, okay. So the alternative for it was the 7, the place where I just told this lady to go. And I was like, all right. And then I went upstairs, and I was walking, and between her was this fat guy that she had asked for directions earlier, that he didn't know how to get there. What a piece of shit. So I'm walking towards the 7, kind of speed walking, because my train is about to get there. And then I see the lady miss the turn where I told her to turn at. And I was like, oh my God. So I started like jogging a little bit, and I fucking tripped, dude. So I took 3 loud, like, you know, when before you fall, you're like taking like long steps, like loud steps. So I'm like tumbling. I'm like making loud steps. I'm pretty sure the guy turned around and saw me take 1 step, and then in my head I made the decision, I'm falling down, fuck it. So I just jumped, and I did like a back roll. I did like a flip. So the guy just turned around, saw me take 1 step, jump up and do a back roll, and then pop back in my feet, because I used to skateboard. I used to ride a skateboard, so I know how to fall down. So I went oof, oof, bah, got up and kept running, and I was like, señora. And the guy was like, oh my God. Like in my head, I was so embarrassed that this guy saw me. I wanted to distract him from me falling down, and I wanted his attention to go to the lady not following the directions that I gave her. And the guy was like, are you okay? He's like, ¿estás bien? And I was like, enough of that. I was like, is that the lady that I just gave directions to? And then he looked, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, are you good? You fell down pretty hard. And I was like, enough. I was like, is that her? And he was like, yeah. And then she went into like another garage subway thing. So it was just me and this guy now, and I was like, fuck. And the guy was like, are you good? And I was like, oh, I was so like out of it, dude. Like I almost told him like, no, it's all right. I used to skateboard. I know how to fall down. And the guy was like, are you good, man? And I was like, yeah. And then I just like ran away to the subway where I was actually supposed to go to. And I ran upstairs, and then I don't know why I ran, because I ran up the stairs and I stood there and I waited on the platform for the subway. And then the guy walked up to and then he saw me there, and I was just fucking, I had my earphones on. I was like listening to music and shit. I was listening to Big Al, and I was like, I was bobbing my head. And then after like all the commotion was over, I was like, dude, I just fell down. It's embarrassing. Let me just take off this music, man. And I just put it in my pockets. And I was like, all right. So that's how I fell down. But I was actually on my way to go see a mural of this rapper that I like, Big L, 139 Lenox Avenue. And so I was jamming out to him on my earphones the whole way there. And then all right, so after all that commotion, bro, enough of that. I was embarrassed already. So I get on the subway, and I'm like, I'm going to this part of New York where Big L wraps up, actually where he died at, where he got shot at, 139 Lenox Avenue. He goes, 139 Lenox Ave, there's a big park, and if you're smart, don't go through it when it gets dark, because at nighttime, trying to tags, they sneakier than alley cats, that's why I carry gats. He talks about how crazy and dangerous it is. He calls it the danger zone. So I'm listening to this on my earphones, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm on the train. I'm like, I'm about to go fucking 139 Lenox Ave. Let's go fucking see what it's all about. And I'm hyped, dude. And it's like a 1 hour train ride. And I'm like, And like the more the trains go into that direction, like the more and more scarier it is. So like I go from to like I take off my earphones and I'm like, oh, and I like clutched my pearls and I'm like, let me not be too touristy around this area. Let me not look vulnerable. I walked up to the mural and I was looking at it, man, and it was this shit. And I was taking pictures of the mural, and I wanted to take a picture next to the mural. And there was this liquor store that the mural was painted on. The mural was painted on the liquor store, and I went inside to go like buy a beer and like pour some out and like drink some right there. And then when I was walking in, there was like some homeless dude outside, and he was like, "Hey man, you got $1?" And I was like, "I don't, dude, but like, do you want anything from inside of the place?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "Yeah, give me a Coke." And I was like, "You got it, homie." And I went, I got that full of Coke. I got a little Modelo. And I went outside, and then I told him, like, I gave him the Coke, and he was like, "Thanks." I was like, "Yo, can you take a picture of me next to the mural?" And he was like, "Yeah, for sure." And he took a picture of me. He didn't really get the mural behind me. He just got a picture of me just standing there like trying to look hard. But yeah, dude, I booked it out of there. Like right after, because I didn't want to get there when it got dark, because the lyrics say, "And if you soft, don't go through it when it gets dark." So I was like, all right, let me get out of here before it gets dark. And I just dashed away in my A6 that failed me earlier, that made me fall earlier. And these that my beautiful girlfriend got me to walk around New York, and then I'm over here fucking falling down on them. She got But dude, I had to run away. I didn't want to end up like Uncle Ben from Spider-Man. I was like, not today, bro. I'm not fucking ending up like Uncle Ben. I saw a guy taking his shit on the subway platform too. I didn't know he was taking his shit. I thought he got stuck because he was just like this. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta go help him, and I got like 3 steps away from him, and then like I was like, and then I smelt it, dude, and I was like, oh, is this taking a fuck? I almost fucking gag thinking about it right now. I was like, all right, this guy's taking his shit, and I dashed away. I was like, nope. And like, you hear these stories, bro. I thought they were rumors, but people actually do take shits inside in the platform. I seen 2 dicks already. Seen a guy take his shit. No, thank you. No, thank you. A subway was delayed, and then we had to wait for like an extra 20 minutes, dude. And I had some pizza, so I was like, oh look, bro, I've been eating this shit almost every day. Stromboli, and like, it's so good, dude, that pizza. Anyways, dude, at some point I had like 5 boxes of that shit stacked up in my van, and I had to fucking get rid of it. So we were waiting for the subway that was taking forever. It got delayed, and I was eating. I was like, fuck it, I'm just eating my pizza right here, and I ate it on the subway platform, away from the guy that was taking his shit. This was a different day. So I just ate it there, and dude, I was pissed, you know. And then I had nowhere to go. I just wanted to go home and sleep. Go home, yeah, I guess home. I just wanted to come back to my van and sleep, but everybody was pissed. And then so people like stacked up, you know, because we were all waiting for the fucking train. So more and more people came. People that would have got on later trains. We were all forced to get into one train. So we got in, and it was packed already from the people before. So we were all stuffed in there. And some guy chained his bicycle to the pole that you hold on to. So we walked, and we're like, fuck, dude. All right. And then we had to like stand around it. We were all annoyed at it, but this guy walks in, and he looks at it, and he starts just kicking it, dude, with his toe, like bah, bah. So just start kicking the tire just really hard, just hard as fuck, dude. He just starts kicking, just bah, 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 and then like the bike is chained to the post, so it's going until it's like on the floor, and he goes, who's the fucking moron that chained this bike to this pole? And like some Chinese guy comes in a helmet, and he was like, and the guy goes like that, and he goes, "It's your fucking bike." And the guy goes, and like the Chinese guy doesn't really say anything. He just kind of looks at him, and he goes, and it was the weird, bro. New York, it's so, because there was a group of, I don't even know if they were Chinese. They were, it was it was a group of Asians. They were like over here. They didn't know this other Asian that the bike was, but like they like helped the bike up, and they like helped them out, like, oh, here. And then I was standing in the corner, and I didn't even notice I was standing next to two Mexicans. And like, you don't know, if you've never been, that's pretty rare, standing next to Mexicans. And then they started talking about in Spanish, like, oh, mira cómo se apoyan, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, they help each other out. They a little racist. He's like, mira, se apoyan, son bien unidos, los chinos, blah, blah, blah. And I was trying to talk to them, but like, I wasn't saying much. I was kind of looking at them. I was like hoping that they would notice that I was Mexican too. And I was like, like, you guys want to tell me something so we could have a Spanish interaction? So groups of racists just like cling together and started talking. And that guy, he was a white dude that kicked down the bike with his toe, dude. And after he kicked it down, the altercation was over. He turned around and he just faced the corner. And I could see his peripheral, like this side, and he was like this. Like, and then he had tears. At first, I was like, oh, like there were tears of frustration and embarrassment because he caused a huge scene. But then I looked down at his foot, bro, and like you know how you can see someone's foot moving inside of their shoe? He was doing that. I was like, oh, I was like, he probably broke his fucking toe because he kicked the bike so hard and so many times. So I was like, bro, this was fucking fucked. And then so he was like, with just tears coming down, and we passed like 4 stops, and he stayed facing the corner. And then so I don't know if he missed this stop and he just didn't want to like turn back around and see like the crowd of people that he just caused a scene in front of. But he stayed facing the corner for fucking days, dude. And I was like, and then when I got off on my stop, like fucking like 20 minutes later, he was still like facing the wall. But those are my adventures for this week, man. Dude, if you have any questions or anything about what, like, anything of me over here in my van in New York and shit, just like comment or like send me a message so I have some shit to talk about and some shit to talk back to you guys about. Cause I know a bunch of homies out there in California are watching this shit, and shout out. But yeah, dude, bro, tell your homies about it. And if you're not already subscribed to this shit, subscribe to it. That really helps me out, because I think I need like 1,000 subscribers to start getting paid. So let's try to get 100 by, what is it, December? By January? Can we do it by January? I don't know. By January 4th. Just like tell some homies, bro. And then like, if you're just watching it, just subscribe. You don't gotta watch this shit. No, yeah, fuck it, watch it. And then that's it, man. Thanks. I really appreciate the people that watch this shit consistently, man. You guys are the shit. I fucking every day I'm like writing down little things that I notice for the podcast, and you guys, the 40 people that come on weekly, you guys are the shit, man. And then I think that's it.
Are you calling me a racist?